Hey guys, what's going on? It's David for a pre-bedtime TA video. So yeah, I just wanted to go over some Bitcoin, go over the Bitcoin price chart, see what we're looking at, what we're dealing with. Okay, so what I am looking at is the fact that, well, first let's zoom out real quick. We'll look at the RSI later. Let's zoom out real quick and let's see something here. So first thing I want to take note of, and ignore my yellow circles. Let me go ahead and get rid of them. I don't need those right now. So we did get this spike in volume here. We also got a spike in volume here. So as you can see, this capitulative move down here, we got a nice wick here. And then another capitulative move there, one there, and one here. Now this one is slightly above the current one. But where's the one that really sent this market down? So we plunged down here, and right about there, let's go ahead and draw a line there. Right. Let's try to go across smoothly. As you can see, we almost got up there in volume. Now, I believe the reason why the volume hasn't been spectacular is if we go ahead and we look at the monthly chart and we look at the entire history of Bitcoin, what do you notice? Well, volume hasn't really been great outside of one volume stick on the bottom. This was a pretty heavily loaded, heavily traded market here. But what's different, I believe, about this Bitcoin market compared to previous ones is that there's a very, very high percentage of Bitcoin hodlers, long-term hodlers, mind you. So, and because of there's so many long-term hodlers, I don't see the price, one, getting down too low, that much lower than it is right now, and that it has been. And two, I don't see it getting that much lower simply because institutions don't want the average guy to be able to get a whole Bitcoin, as there are only 21 million Bitcoins that will ever be in existence, and 90% of them have already been mined. We're at 19 million something Bitcoins, so there's very little left. So just having one, which the account addresses holding at least one Bitcoin is now at 19,000 plus, which actually isn't a lot, and it's really not a lot at all. And it's kind of crazy that my dad is almost a whole coiner. So and so he might be in the top 20,000 people that have one Bitcoin or more, which is just completely crazy to think about. But these institutions have a ton more Bitcoin than any individual. So there's that. And I just don't see them wanting to push this price down any further. I think most of this downward price action was coordinated. Coordinated moves on different DeFi projects, from Luna to Celsius, and now apparently Three Arrows Capital maybe has a liquidation. But I think these are just narratives. I think they're just here to push us, to make us afraid, to make us not want to buy, even though these are prime buying opportunities. People want it to go to 10K. People think it's gonna go to 10K. People think it's gonna go at least, bare minimum, to 14K. Which is why I don't think that 17.5K is necessarily out of the question for being the bottom, simply because we haven't gone 85% from the top. Now, that 85% drawback in previous markets were also pullbacks after massive rallies, okay? Now, this was a more sustained rally, and it was also a lot of manipulation up in the top. And that first peak here, there was a ton of manipulation in there. That's why you have all these little dips in here. You've got profit take here, buy here, retail comes back in, they think the bull runs back on, profit take there. I mean, it's just a game of cat and mouse between institutions, the smart investor and the retail dumb investor. Dumb money, I should say. Not the dumb investor. I'm sure there are plenty of people that are very intelligent that invest money but have no idea what they're doing when they're investing. So and that's fine. You know, I'm not a doctor. I couldn't help anybody. I could give someone some antibacterial and a band-aid. I could maybe stitch somebody up if it was necessary, or just do some really basic survival stuff. But outside of that, you know, I'm not doing open heart surgery or anything, you know? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of this, you know? That's not my expertise. My expertise, I would believe, in my opinion, is TA. I think I've gotten pretty darn good at it, considering the amount of time I've been in it. Now, when I say expertise, I mean the one thing that I am really kind of good at compared to like anything else crypto related. Yeah, I mean, you know, reading the news is one thing, being able to explain it is another. I'm still working on those on that skill. You know, it's not difficult, it just takes practice. Talking to you guys in every single one of these videos, it's not gonna lie, it's kind of nerve-wracking when it first starts, when I first hit the record button, and then it just kind of, you know, gets a little you know, whatever. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, you stumble over your words, you forget, or not even forget, you can't think of what you're trying to say, and you know, stuff just happens. But then a good conversationalist can keep the conversation flowing even after a flub. They just say, oh, you know, I just recognized my flub, let's just go ahead and move on, kind of like I just did. But anyway, none of that was TA or has anything to do with Bitcoin. I know what you're really here for, so let's just go ahead and let's take a deeper dive. Let's go down to I want to go down to the hourly chart actually, and let's take a look at this, because we can see some pretty defined price action coming up in here. And what I'm seeing right now isn't giving me the best confidence as far as us breaking structure up here. I mean, we did already break this top here, but we still have this top right here to break, if you can see that. The number one thing I hate about doing this on the phone is that I don't have like a quick, like a toolbar. I thought I had toolbar, but yeah, this line right here, let's go ahead and just draw a line on it so you guys can see it. All right, let me make that. All right, so that is the line that I'm looking at right now as resistance. We've already broken through this. This wasn't even really well, I guess you could say this was support, definitely right up in here, which is what we're sitting on top of right now. Actually, we're actually sitting on top of the support that we fell through, as you can see right here. So what we did was we came down, bounced off, well, actually bounced down, double tap, came up, came back down, tapped again, came up. Now this previous support is now resistance. It got rejected, and then black swan event, and then try to recover, another black swan event, and then recover, and then a little bit of extra left black swan, didn't go lower this time, created a new high, and ever since we have been in an uptrend until this part right here, which it hasn't been, you know, invalidated until it breaks this mark right here. So this little turn right here, if it goes down like that and breaks that line there, then yeah, we've broken structure. It's no longer an uptrend. But currently we are still in an uptrend, and we're just trying to see where this next leg is gonna go. Is this just a little tiny correction within it, and then we're gonna keep moving up? Like I said, doesn't really matter unless we break that line there, and definitely that line there. And if we break that one there, then we're definitely going down to here. And if we break that one there, we're going to retest that bottom. And then if we break the bottom, then maybe people's low price predictions will be back in play. But for right now, I think we're just kind of eating our way up out of here. We've got a lot of retail scared out of the market right now, which is great. Honestly, this means not financial advice. We can accumulate, you know. That's what that means. Less retail in the space means those that are sticking around, well, guess what? We get to accumulate, and we get to, you know, ride with the whales during the next bull run. So whether or not this is the bottom, I don't think it matters. I think we are definitely close enough to a bottom that it doesn't even matter. So at this point, I would say I'd be very comfortable just DCAing, because we're not gonna go too much further, honestly, because if we go by the past and we go by halvings, then we should somewhere in November bottom out right there, okay? And then once you bottom out, well, the last bull market, we just shot right up. Now, I don't know if we'll do that, or since we're coming out of recession, you know, it might take some time to build up. And then the next halving comes in, boom, crash. And then it really takes off. So that's just what I'm looking at for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.